Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. With that, let's get up to Cincinnati for the home opener. Standing by, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who'll be calling the plays under center.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Looking to throw. Lucas. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Back to Mixon on first down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to throw. Lucas. He's got Mason complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
The numbers for Mixon last week, 13 carries, 73 yards.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind, he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
To throw on second down, Lucas looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jenkins.
Illegal touching, offense.
So that one will be accepted. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down.
Three down.
Ready.
From the gun, Lucas. Open man is Uzama. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Ready, set. 26 months. Go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
We got trips over here. There's overload.
Operating from the gun, Lucas. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of space is better than what we just saw there. And that end result, not one that's satisfactory to them.
Fourth down, so Zach Taylor sends out the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
This will be fielded at the 8. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
Back to throw here. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Set, ready. 60, orange. Coming to you, coming to you. Check 50. Ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Defensive starters, here they are for Cincinnati. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass. Currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And for all the routes to keep an eye on in this one, they've got to find a way to take away the crossing routes. Those are the ones that when a receiver catches it on the run, those can really hurt a defense.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Ready. Shoot.
On the run, it's Mixon. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Looking to throw. Lucas. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 all to return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now out come the Steelers. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. Ready, ready. Let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. And if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Ready, ready.
They'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Here we go. 15
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lucas over the middle, complete. It's Mason. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taking it about the 16. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Back to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And out now, here come the Bengals. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. A draw play for Mixon. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
They made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. They'll give it to Mixon, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. This is Mixon on the draw. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. From the gun on 3rd down. Lucas. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He only has a single solo carry, 1. Numero uno, second quarter. They need to get in the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only 1 carry kind of takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out. To throw on second down, Lucas. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. That one a first down pickup of 8. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he will find his man on the end round. Complete. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. On 1st and 10, Lucas got his man complete over the middle. That's Mason. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw. Lucas got a man open. It's Ross. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Lucas over the middle, complete. It's Mason. A gain of 6 there on first.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a Bengals score. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 2. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin in upstate New York, an AFC matchup between Baltimore and Buffalo at New Era Field. And it's the Ravens who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Lamar Jackson, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. 27-11, the final score. Lastly, let's check in at our nation's capital. See what's happening with the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Zach Pascal, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Going to give this time to the tailback. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And he'll give it here to his running back.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Yeah, and that was the safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And this one is right down the middle. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Lucas. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the delay, it's Mixon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Lucas. Throw left side, complete. That's Jenkins. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Ready! 60 Pittsburgh. Come on, QB, come on. Check 52.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Stepping up, and it's a fumble.
plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Lucas. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Just for baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And his kick is indeed good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check. Go.
Looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Ready. 50 seconds to mine. Check.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a man open down the middle of the field and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
Let's go now. 90. Whoa. Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Bengals have recovered it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. Andrew Brown there on the stop.
60 outlaw.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now, the Bengals on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Tried to go draw play out of the gun down here.
Yeah, they tried to spread things out, didn't they? They wanted to move people away from the center of the field, away from the line of scrimmage near the ball, so that the runner could find some space. Unsuccessfully, though.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23.
They'll run with Mixon.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
26-man. Switch out, switch out.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Bengals, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.